Weather can change on a dime, from sunny and warm afternoon to thundering and rainy evening. People spend their entire lives studying the weather to predict its pattern, but no one can ever make 100% assessments. And just like how the weather can change on a dime, love can change just as quickly. This is a story about a Japanese weather woman, known as Saya Hiyama, the weather queen. And yes, this is the second video I made about a Japanese girl named Saya, born in 1993. What can I say, it's probably a popular name in that year or whatever. But unlike Saya Iri, Saya Hiyama has a bit more wholesome origin story. She is a weather woman in Japan for the Japanese weather channel Weather News Live. No, it's not me being racist, that's the actual name. Here.
Weather News Live.
She's been a weather woman for over 5 years now, but she rose to prominence in 2021 when she made a lightning-fast switch from a lighthearted banter to serious earthquake warning.
いいですね。やっぱりリピートしてといった方もいらっしゃいました。自分のタイプに合わせて楽しみたいものですよね。そんな気がします。あとウェザーニュースライブ見て、ここで緊急地震速報が入りました。お伝えしていきます。ここで緊急地震速報です。
This lighthearted conversation and immediate switch to seriousness caused people to fawn over her and gave her a big boost on social media, where her Twitter went up to 100,000 followers and her Instagram gained a significant boost as well. Online communities were also built in her name around this time. A prominent Western one is the subreddit r/Saya the Weather Queen. But Japan had their own circles as well. These circles were specifically for men described by the Japanese people as weak men, an insult akin to when Westerners call you either a soy boy, a beta, or a cock. It is to put down men that don't get women because they either lack the money, the looks, or the physical strength to get one. This term is also used to insult otakus in Japan. See, aside from being the weather queen, Saya is also known as the queen of weak men, since Saya Hiyama turned out to be kind of a geek. Someone into otaku culture by occasionally mentioning VTubers, talking about her love for manga and manga characters, appear on covers of manga magazines, specifically this collaboration with one of my favorite new shows this season, Shangri-La Frontier, or just dressing up as your mama from Spy X Family. And while her fame was pretty impressive for a simple weather woman, it was nothing compared to what's to come.
時刻は20時を回りました。11月12日ウェザーニュースライブモーニングではないですね。なんででしょう。今日ゆいちゃんと会ったからかもしれないです。失礼しました。冒頭出だしから失礼いたしました。
This was a clip of Saya Hiyama in July 2022, misspeaking her intro and almost saying good morning during her evening show. This clip went viral, and unlike the earthquake one where people just thought, hey, funny clip of Japanese weather woman, this time they wanted more. And her boom in popularity went even crazier. She went up to 400,000 followers on Twitter and 300,000 followers on Instagram. Compare this to her weather woman senpai, Airi Yamagishi, who only has 90k followers on Twitter and 40k on Insta. The West also started to take notice of Saya, now even more than ever with dedicated channels posting subtitled clips of her weather segments on YouTube. And while her title as Weather Queen was fun at first, it was now undisputable. She wasn't a weather woman anymore. She was a weather idol. The face of the weather channel, and her popularity seemed to know no bounds, with clips of her gaining millions of views on YouTube. She was beloved by the so-called weak men and weather uncles of Japan and the weeps of the West, even acknowledging the Westerners by thanking them on live television in English.
最近ですね、YouTube のコメントがですね、海外の方からもねコメントなんだかとても嬉しいですね。ハロー。Thank you. なんだか照れくさいじゃないですか、いきなりね。
Nothing could come close to her popularity as weather woman, and nothing could bring her down. Enter the Wimbledon, the oldest tennis tournament in the world and is regarded by many as the most prestigious. People from all over the world participate and people from all over the world watch them. This includes Japan. During the 2023 Wimbledon Championship, they also cheered for their top player Yoshihito Nishioka. And during a match with the Colombian Daniel Alaya Galan, a certain person popped up in the background. Saya Hiyama in the VIP seats behind Japanese tennis player Yoshihito Nishioka, who also earlier was seen entering the Wimbledon with him. This started speculations of the two dating. Forums were flooded with questions, internet sleuths popped up out of the woodworks to find any more damning information. Until on July 6, 2023, Saya broke the news that she and Nishioka were in fact dating. This wasn't met with the greatest of reaction by the internet. Many were saddened by the fact that Saya, a person who gave these weak men hope, started dating a man who was accomplished, sporty and some might say good looking. Hate comments started to pop in that she should stop making appearances on TV or she should even kill herself. Others were contemplating their own self-worth. The Great Depression that was already hitting these less fortunate men was now in full effect, and the rejection of the once named Queen of the Weak Man lost an quite insignificant amount of followers. She lost about 20k followers on both platforms, which of her already existing 400 to 300k is not even 10%. But it did cause an uproar where people are now done with her apparently, focusing on other news weathercasters like Nana Takayama and the earlier mentioned Airi Yamagishi. Posted clips about her have also significantly declined, with the subtitle channels all having stopped posting videos altogether. Also, her social media is also getting significantly less traction. Where she used to easily clear 20k upvotes per Instagram post, she now has more trouble even clearing 10k. Despite all, she's still doing her job as a weather woman on Weather News Live, where she does the weather, as well as continuing doing other kinds of collaborations like she did in the past, and still has a very strong presence on social media that other newscasters can only dream of. Will she regain her crown and become the weather queen of weak men once again? Will another Japanese weather woman take her crown? Or will the title go to some Mexican weather lady? Cause just like the weather, love is hardly ever predictable.